All that is needed is your talent.
Yeah. You have to write big so that it's kind of zoomed out, so I try to tell what it's
Yeah, call it in.
Okay, yeah. Okay. So you walk in the frame, write the thing.
Great. 5, 10. You guys get it? You know what to do? Great.
The fact that Fight Club is such like a gritty, like violent movie, and like we can't do that here. I mean, we do have some kind of like violence in the movie, but like obviously we're limited by like resources and setting and time and things like that. So that was kind of hard. Another thing was like getting the plot to sort of work because like we needed something like the counterpart of Fight Club in a high school, and it was really hard to figure out what that would be, which is where Project Chaos was born.
Because why would I just dap him for no reason?
Yeah. I don't know, say like I don't know, it doesn't matter.
Well, like when you get to up here, like to where Ali is dap, and then Dan come this way, step over the wire, you'll be out of frame anyway.
Production's been good. It was slow at first with just setting up and figuring out camera positions and what actors are gonna do, but through production meetings with CC and Robin and Mr. Michaud, things picked up and went the way we want them to.
I want to see some. Oh. Yeah, that's why.
Stand by.
Wait, am I reading?
No.
Mine? Okay.
Make sure the boom isn't in the shot.
It would have to be the one where we're in the dark room, because that one was the most dramatic one. You can tell by the lighting, the words we use, what happens in it. So yeah.
Practicing choking yourself.
No, I think I like Peter as a character, especially because he's the main character and it like revolves around him. Yeah. I'd say he's a lot more like dull, but we share like some similarities. But I'd say we're pretty different.
That's so stupid. I really don't get you sometimes. I mean, what would make you even think that? I told you, he's a really nice guy.
Probably the very first scene because I felt it was like very natural. So yeah, I didn't feel like it was scripted. That's why I think I like her, because I feel like she's not really that understanding towards other people's feelings. So for example, like Peter, she wasn't really understanding towards him. So I feel like it was cool to act as someone else rather than myself.
That confused me because in the end. That sketched me out. I was like, what?
There were quite a kerfuffle of continuity errors.
Yeah, so there's a lot of continuity errors that are quite difficult to fix. Some of them up until this point have not been fixed, and we might have to reshoot scenes, so that's always great.
I'm still unsure what the movie's called.
That's good.
I'm going to run into problems with probably like minor photograph, like for the background. I don't know why I'm here.
We made a simple set. We made a simple set and you're gonna put it back when you're done.
Yeah, we are.
I might end up redoing it with a top hat, possible. What?
No.
Well, the graffiti effect seemed challenging at first, but then after trying it multiple times in multiple different ways, it's proved to be significantly easier than I had thought.
Okay, let's do it a different way. Say try.
What if instead of pausing, you just be like fluid?
Yeah, say yeah.
There's a large amount
yeah.
of components that have to be like kept in one place and have to be brought on set at all times. So like, messaging the actors before, like there's a number of things you have to do, not just in class. So yeah, remembering a lot of those like little things and making sure that they don't slip is kind of stressful. Well, with the way that we're filming with 2 cameras and with like DSLRs, sometimes the shots don't go the way that we want them to go. So we're working on like a weekly basis, like making a large schedule and then constantly having to rejig it all the time.
For some of the more sort of, I guess, emotionally sensitive scenes, that's when you want to have like a closed set.
The nature of the story means that we're certainly asking more of our on-camera talent to be able to go places emotionally that they wouldn't necessarily have done so with if we'd gone with other projects. The potential to go really dark in this story, I like it. I'm really excited for the idea of people watching this and going, "Good Lord, what did you guys do?"
We're good. Let's pack it up and get out of here.
That's the world of parasites.
You're not gonna back out of this?
Are you sure you're not gonna back out of this?
No, the emergency lights.
What about those?